And welcome back everybody to Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine! In the last episode, we continued getting some more Shine Sprites here in Delfino Plaza. Namely the Pachinko Machine Shine Sprite, which... oh, that's such a buggy Shine Sprite, I swear it is. But in today's episode, we're going to do another set of Shine Sprites in Delfino Plaza, and one of them is another infamous one that a lot of people know. But yeah, there's a couple, there's like about 7 more Shine Sprites we can get in Delfino Plaza right now, I think. Yeah, about 7 more Shine Sprites we can get. And I'm gonna get 2 of them real easy. First and foremost, you need to get the turbo nozzle for this one in particular. There's a couple that are revolved around turbo nozzle, and there is a thing with the turbo nozzle. You could use this to break open things. I don't think I've ever showed this off here, but there's a Shine Sprite inside this building. You can see it right here. And you need the turbo nozzle in order to break down that door. Yeah, the turbo nozzle is only used to not bonk into trees, but we could use it to break open this door. And that's really all you need for this one. So that one's an easy one that we could pick up right away. So there we go. We already, within the first minute, we've got a Shine Sprite. A lot of these in Delfino Plaza are pretty easy to pick up. You can pick them up at any time you unlock these things in Delfino Plaza. You don't have to do it all at the end like I'm doing right now. I forgot to mention that. Like, I'm doing it just how I usually play when I play these games. I like playing the episodes, you know, the worlds all the way through, and then I'll do... Delfino is always the last thing I do when I play this game, so... But yeah, we gotta use the turbo nozzle yet again for another Shine Sprite here. The Shine Sprite in particular is over here by the police station. If we come over here and almost knock that durian into that police officer's face here. Let's talk to the police officer. I haven't talked to him in a while. Whoa, that water receded in a flash. I know. You say that flood cleaned up the whole town? Really? Are you absolutely sure about that? Oh, that's a good little, good resolution for Isle Delfinos. The flood essentially just cleaned up all the sludge that was around town. Isn't that nice? But as you can see, the police office is blocked by another one of those barricades that was kind of like that in the last Shine Sprite we just got. So if we use the turbo nozzle to be very careful, Mario, are you stuck? I guess not. I guess I did have some control, but that was just a weird little animation there. Anyways, let's do the same thing we did with that building inside the police office. Inside the police office holds another secret stage. And this one is kind of your test with the turbo nozzle. So this one is just a giant long, like, you know, 100-yard dash, but you have to have jumps in order to do so. There are a bunch of water fountains on the sides here that will refill your tank, so you don't need to worry about losing water. So you just gotta jump in the sections here that we need to jump over. Be very careful because the camera does pan up a little bit whenever you jump, and sometimes it causes you to mess up like that, which unfortunately is just gonna happen. I really don't like that the camera pulls up towards Mario whenever he jumps. I really wish it didn't do that. But we're just gonna go ahead and try that again. Try to jump and this is just a straight line. This is kind of an easy one you can get, but like I said, you have to unlock turbo nozzle in order to get this one. So you just keep on running, getting your refill here, and then we're gonna do our last home stretch here and miss the jump completely. I say it's easy, but I lost 2 lives here. But as you can see, it's pretty easy to die, so it's... I'm gonna be losing a lot of lives probably in this episode, so it's probably a good thing I stockpiled on lives here. So I'm gonna jump and try to not miss this one. Keep on running, get refilled with water here. We're gonna jump again and jump again, and hopefully land right there. There we go. So that's that Shine Sprite. We're sitting at a cool 90 Shine Sprites out of 120. But there is another Shine Sprite we can get that's pretty easy. And it involves kind of the area that we need to go to, the more infamous one. I'm gonna take the turbo nozzle again because it'll just make things a little bit quicker to get over there. So this island over here in the distance right here, I mentioned in the flooded episode, there was a guy that was stranded on an island over there for quite some time. Yeah, he said he was stuck there for 3 years, and then the flood helped him get back to shore. You know, happy days and everything else. And well, if we go over to that island over here, you'll notice there's a yellow bird here. If we shoot this yellow bird with water here, if we can find him and shoot him with water, I can try to hit him. I always have aiming problems with the birds here. Always with the birds, man. At least if you see a bird that's a different color, you know something's up with it. That game has taught me that. But yeah, if you shoot the bird enough, it will spawn a Shine Sprite over yonder. So we can get that one. This is the only thing with this island in particular. You notice that this pipe here has goop that requires Yoshi on it. Oh, lordy. Yeah, we have to get Yoshi over here later to get down to the pipe, but we're gonna be tackling that here in just a minute. But let's go collect our Shine Sprite before I talk about that, because that is a whole ordeal in itself. I probably need Hover Nozzle, so let me go get that real quick. Alright, now that we got Hover Nozzle, let's go ahead and get over here and claim our prize that we got last time. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do backwards jump. Hover over here, get our Shine Sprite. Our 91st Shine Sprite. We're doing really good so far. Okay, so the next Shine Sprite is probably the most devious Shine Sprite I can think of at the moment. I wouldn't, a lot of people say this is the worst Shine Sprite in the game. I don't think it's the worst. I think, honestly, the pachinko machine is the worst. And it's bad for first-timers, I'll put it that way. But we need Yoshi for this whole adventure. Yoshi is required for this whole adventure, and the process of getting to that this Shine Sprite is kind of a long, arduous one. We need to go get a banana, so let's go get a banana. I think it's over here in the stalls, so let's go ahead and down and collect a banana for Yoshi, because he's B-A-N-A-N-A-S for bananas. Yeah, we need to get Yoshi for this. Yoshi is required for this particular one because if you remember that island that had the the warp pipe that was blocked by the goop that only Yoshi can dissolve, we need Yoshi for this, and this is going to take a long time in order to do so. There is a speed up on how to do this, but we need to basically catch a ride on some boats here and not kill Yoshi in the process. And you can probably see what's going to be the big problem with this. Let me go revive Yoshi. I got gimped of a jump. Okay, so I revived Yoshi, and it's probably best to just mention that we need to kind of fill up Yoshi's gut a little bit and kind of keep an eye on it throughout this whole voyage, because Yoshi's going to get pretty hungry really easily, and this is a pretty long trip. So we need to make sure to keep an eye on his stomach here. But essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be catching a ride on these boats here, and we're going to take a long journey across sea in order to get to that island we just came to just earlier. So we just want to kind of stay on top of the boat here as much as we can. There's the entrance to the pachinko machine Shine Sprite that we did last episode. The boat's not going to go all the way through, and there's going to be stops we're going to have to get off in order to get all the way that we need to do, but essentially we're going to be riding this boat all the way over to this island, and this is the legit way how they want you to do it in the game. There are a couple ways you can do it without doing it this way, but honestly, it's not really recommended. We're gonna ditch this boat here and eat some melons up in the tree, coconuts up in the tree. But essentially, we're gonna wait until one of the other boats gets over here, and this is gonna be the long process of waiting. So I'm gonna kind of speed up this section until we get another boat coming around here. Okay. So we got on this boat here. I'm gonna try to be careful because I can easily fall off the boat. And as you can see, Yoshi doesn't like water, so as soon as we touch the water, Yoshi dies, and we have to start this whole process over again. So yeah, this is gonna take a little bit. So we're just gonna stay here and just, you know, ride the boat until we get to the next stop that we have to change boats. A lot of changing of the boats here, you know, we have to do layaways and stuff like that. Alright, so this is where we're going to be changing our boat. We're gonna land on this little platform here with a banana that just spawns here. Nice enough that they thought about this and gave us a fruit here to recharge Yoshi's stomach, because, my gosh, I can't imagine just, you know, getting all the way over here without taking a mindful. It's like, oh, my, I got a hungry Yoshi I got a growing Yoshi that needs to eat all the time. So, we're gonna wait until this boat over here gets all the way over here and ride it all the way to the island over in the distance there. Well, I didn't mean to eat the bird, but I guess you can get the Shine Sprite that way. Well, that was totally, I was just messing around while waiting for the bird, and I guess the gold bird just flew right into Yoshi's mouth whenever I was playing with the tongue, so, I didn't mean to do that, but anyways, we're here at the island, finally. So now we can use Yoshi to kind of dissolve all this goop here on this pipe here. We can finally go inside the pipe. Now, that took at least I want to say about 5 minutes to do this. But we're gonna jump right in here to this pipe. And this is probably what a lot of people deem the worst Shine Sprite in the game. This is the Lilypad Poison River Shine Sprite. As you can probably tell by the skull and crossbones, this water is poisonous. If we touch this water, even just touch it, we will die. We will lose a life. And we have to and it has a current. And if we jump on this lily pad and kind of spray it like a boat, we can control it and steer it like a boat. But our goal is to get all red coins on this lily pad, and it's not easy. I've done this enough times, I'm pretty confident I can do this, but let's go ahead and jump onto this lily pad. And we're gonna slowly try to get these red coins here on our way over here. Just kind of position myself and kind of spray in ways I can get it. Get that one. Okay, spray this way to hopefully get, oh, I missed it. I kind of figured I was gonna miss one. That's okay. There is a life up here if you need to get one. And try to position, and I missed another one. We can kind of just jump up here and grab this one. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what happens if you miss any? You can't go back. Well, you can't go back, and we can grab this one. I've got 6 out of the 8. And you're probably wondering, well, hey, let's, maybe this pipe takes me back to the beginning. This is where I'm going to be mentioning about the first timer's, fallacy, I guess I could say, is do not ignore this pipe. Please ignore this pipe, because this pipe is not what you think it is. Honest first-time players might jump in this pipe thinking this takes me back to the beginning of the river. No, it does not. It makes it worse. What that pipe does is it takes you back to Delfino Plaza. And you have to do this whole process of getting over here again. Do not take that green pipe. It is not worth it. If you mess up, you have what I think 3 choices you could do to get back the red coins. One, you could die and start over again. You can jump on the river and just kill yourself and try it over again. The second one is to get on these beams on the sides of the river and try to get him that way. But if you pick up more than one, it's really hard to get it that way. I think that's the other way you could possibly do it. There is an easier way, and I found it out just recently. There is an easier way in order to do this, I think, but I've not practiced this enough. The water itself has a hitbox on the surface of the water, but underneath it, it does not have a death plane at all. So if we jump off the side here and kind of just position ourselves and underneath the grate right here, we can be under the river and not die. And you can go back doing it this way, and we can go and collect these coins. Now be very careful when you try to collect these, because if you so as much hit the death plane above me, you will die. So just kind of lightly tap the jump button in order to grab the coins you missed. You can do it this way, and this is how you can get the coins that you missed without having to kill yourself too much, not have to die too much. And once you do collect all of them, the Shine Sprite appears at the end there. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get out of this state? Well, the only way I can really think about getting out of this state is we have to come all the way to the beginning of the course here. We're going to go ahead and use the sliding maneuver in order to kind of get ourselves there a little bit faster. And we're going to do a backflip out of water, like that. That's how we're going to do that. For some reason, you kind of have invincibility frames whenever you jump out of the water with a backflip. I don't know why, but that's how you get it. And that's how you can essentially make your life a little bit easier on this Poison River raft ride. And basically, I just found this out in this not too long ago, this little trick, and I have not died on this as nearly as much as I used to. I used to die quite a lot on this level, and I can see why people think this level is absolute garbage when it comes to like losing your lives, especially the way it's structured on how to get over there and everything else. But I honestly have an easier time doing this Shine Sprite rather than Pachinko. Pachinko is by far the worst Shine Sprite in this game, in my opinion. But using little exploits like that, we can essentially get the Shine Sprite pretty easy. It's not too bad. So, for that one, a lot of people deem this as the worst Shine Sprite in the game. We got that one. Now, that's not the only way you can do this Shine Sprite. There is an easier way to get Yoshi over to that island. Yeah, we don't have to use the boat. I just did it the legit way, because that's the legit way how you do it. I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to get over there without doing the boat ride. And you don't have to do very much work to do so. So Yoshi needs banana. We need to get banana for Yoshi. Okay, now that we've got a banana for Yoshi, and we've got him revived again, we need to take Yoshi over to the stalls, over by where the fruit is. Because there is a glitch that you can basically get Mario and Yoshi out of bounds and underneath the plane of water. And we can essentially just walk over to the island doing it this way. So what we need to do is go against this wall and just kind of rub Yoshi's nose against this wall in the back here. And then, it might take me a couple tries, because I always have trouble trying to get this to activate. So if we get over here and just, you know, rub Yoshi's face against this wall next to these stalls here, he should fall into the void. So let's go ahead and try to do this real quick. Come on, Yoshi. There we go. Okay, so when Yoshi's in this state, he's underneath the world right now. We want to jump, just keep like light hopping a little bit until we get about like halfway there. And then we need to really jump until we get into the plane underneath the water. I really suggest doing the light hop until you're like a little bit far away from where you fell, because if you jump too high early, you'll get stuck in the sewers, and we'll have to start the whole process over again. But when you're in the underworld section, like underneath there, you can't stay there for very long. If you stay in that area for like even more than a second, you automatically die because they think you're in the void. the death plane below. So, as soon as you land in that void area, you need to start short hopping a little bit in order to kind of maintain that you don't die. But essentially, once you get to this section, you can just walk over to the island. Like this. And with that, you have access to the poison river. You don't have to do the stupid boat ride and wait 5 minutes to do it this way, the legit way. But if you use this glitch, you can just essentially just walk over here. So there you go. That's how you do that. That's pretty easy, huh? But yeah, that's pretty much that. So we're gonna probably call it here in this episode. So in the next episode of Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we are going to... I'm gonna be on Yoshi. I like being on Yoshi. Go ahead and beat him real quick. Is there any fruit up here? No, I don't think so. Anyways, in the next episode of Let's Play Super Mario Sunshine, we're gonna finish up collecting all the rest of the Shine Sprites here in Isle Delfino. So with that, I will see you guys in the next episode.